Back to that late-breaking news. Police were able to close in on a man accused of capital murder. How they stumbled upon the suspect in the midst of another crime.
Plus, the New York Times publishes an anonymous op-ed attributed to a senior Trump administration official. The op-ed revealing scathing details about the White House. And now President Trump is sounding off.
And Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh back in the hot seat again today after a grueling round of questions yesterday. And today, sparks are flying between lawmakers over documents concerning Kavanaugh. The latest on those fireworks coming up. But first, we want to get you back to that late-breaking news. Wearing shirts he stole out of a car, then telling police that marshals were looking for him. That's what one suspect did this morning that led officers to make an arrest in a capital murder case. Now,
18-year-old Joel Zambrano is in police custody. This all started just before 7 this morning at La Paloma Apartments in the 100 block of West Rampart on the north side.
KSAT 12's Max Massey is live where the arrest began. So, Max, you say this situation still isn't over yet.
That's right. It seems like it is far from over. Up until a few moments ago, there were still police at the apartments behind me, still police at the apartments down the road, and still police surrounding North Star Mall, still searching for at least one more suspect. Now, this all began earlier this morning when police were called to the La Paloma Apartments for a car being burglarized. Now, when they got here, they were told that someone stole paint and shirts from within it. Then officers actually writing the report on the scene saw the suspect, now identified as 18-year-old Joel Zambrano, wearing one of those shirts. A chase ensued, and eventually police were able to catch Zambrano. But investigators say at least one suspect got away, and there may still be a missing weapon in the area.
He alluded to the fact that he put a weapon down before the officers saw him. We've checked where we first saw him. We followed backtracked. We've used 2 K-9 teams. We used multiple officers. We've checked and double-checked and triple-checked the areas out of abundance of caution, but we haven't found anything. So
the search for the weapon and any additional suspects has been ongoing for the last few hours. But during that time, local schools were put on lockdown and lockout. They're now cleared, but we also saw police helicopters flying overhead and around 15 police units surrounding North Star Mall. Now, that search is still ongoing. As for the suspect, 18-year-old Joel Zambrano, we're told that he was wanted in connection to an ambush-style shooting back in August on Bassey Road that left one man shot and killed. David, Tiffany.
Thank you, Max. President Trump is furious over scathing new op-ed in the New York Times. It's by an anonymous writer who the Times describes as a senior official inside the Trump administration and a member of the resistance, an alleged group thwarting the president's so-called misguided impulses. Now the president is firing back, calling the anonymous author gutless. ABC's Janae Norman has more on the report.
Defiance from an alleged self-proclaimed member of the resistance inside President Trump's administration. Identified by the New York Times only as a senior administration official who vows to frustrate parts of his agenda and his worst inclinations. The Times saying revealing the person's identity would cost the official their job. The president seething.
So when you tell me about some anonymous source within the administration, probably who's failing and probably here for all the wrong reasons, anonymous, meaning gutless, a gutless editorial.
The alleged administration official writing, "We believe our first duty is to this country, and the president continues to act in a manner that is detrimental to the health of our republic. That is why many Trump appointees have vowed to do what we can to preserve our democratic institutions while thwarting Mr. Trump's more misguided impulses until he's out of office." The writer adding, "The root of the problem is the president's amorality. Anyone who works with him knows he's not moored to any discernible first principles that guide his decision-making." Press Secretary Sarah Sanders firing back, saying this coward should do the right thing and resign. But the unnamed official explains the reason top aides choose to stay on the job is to save the country from President Trump, saying the president's behavior is erratic, his leadership style petty and ineffective. One Republican saying those stunning claims aren't shocking to him.
It wasn't new news to me. It wasn't new news to anybody who served in the Senate.
This article comes on the heels of Bob Woodward's book Fear that paints President Trump as ignorant and impulsive and of aides struggling to rein him in. And it's a mystery of sorts here in Washington trying to figure out who that anonymous official is. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
It is the third day of Senate confirmation hearings for Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, and today more protests erupted. Protesters opposed to the nomination of Brett Kavanaugh took over the office of Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley this morning. Inside the hearing room, among the senators, emotions ran high.
I'm going to release the email about racial profiling, and I understand that the penalty comes with potential ousting from the Senate.
That is irresponsible and conduct unbecoming a senator.
Not only from
Republicans and Democrats sparring over documents being withheld from the public. The New York Times published an email that reports to show Kavanaugh in 2003 discussing how Roe versus Wade could be overturned, writing, quote, "I am not sure that all legal scholars refer to Roe as the settled law of the land," end quotes. Senator Cory Booker has made that email from Kavanaugh public, even if it does put him at risk of being expelled from the Senate.
4 people are dead, including the gunman, after gunfire erupted at a bank in Cincinnati. Police say the shooter opened fire this morning at the loading dock of the Fifth Third Center in downtown area. They say the gunman entered the bank's lobby and then exchanged gunfire with police. It's unclear if the gunman shot himself or was shot by officers. One of the victims died at the scene. The mayor says the suspect targeted innocent victims.
Right outside with live cam, clouds, a little rain here and there.
86 degrees.
86 degrees. That's some good rains over the last few days, but maybe they're, I don't know, starting to wind down a little. Maybe not.
No, not today.
Maybe not.
In fact, you know, David, I think as we go into the weekend, we may see it actually pick up a little bit more. So there are more chances for rain if you haven't gotten any yet. It's been pretty widespread. You know, one byproduct of the rain, though, is the mold. It's jumped into the very high category today. So if you're sniffling and sneezing, there's your reason. It's going to stay high, too, because we're expecting these showers and storms to continue. And we look at the radar, satellite radar right now, a lot of cloud cover, and just some spotty rain here and there, more clustered out towards Victoria. And then we've seen a nice cluster out to the west this morning, Bracketville down to Eagle Pass. Here in San Antonio, we are seeing a few light showers and some downpours developing here in Bexar County. You can see one there on the south side near 281 and 1604. More on the west side, just south of Helotes there. And we're seeing some new development out around Lavernia. This will all work its way into town, so don't be surprised if you get stuck in one of these downpours. There's some more heavy rain. Hallettsville, back over towards Houston area. We've seen some lightning strikes with this, so this is going to come down in buckets, getting a good drink there in Hallettsville right now, and then a cluster of storms out to the west as well. These are actually slowly making their way off to the east. So Uvalde down to La Pryor, you could see some rain a little bit later today. Forecast calls for a high right around 92, 40% chance of rain here in San Antonio. Again, more chances this weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. David?
All right, Justin, thank you very much. They could use some of that rain way out west. A fast-moving wildfire near Redding, California, has left a large section of a major freeway closed with scattered debris. The Delta Fire erupted yesterday, burning through timber and brush on both sides of Interstate 5 near the Oregon state line. Fire crews say the blaze, which was caused by human hands, shut down about 45 miles of the freeway. There's no word when it will reopen. California Highway Patrol says truckers abandoned several big rigs as flames raged near the freeway. At least 4 rigs caught fire. Residents who live nearby forced to evacuate.
And investigators executed a search warrant at a home of a New Jersey couple accused of defrauding a homeless Philadelphia man out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. They also towed away a BMW from the property. Kate McClure and Mark D'Amico are locked in a legal fight with Johnny Bobbitt Jr. after they started a GoFundMe account for him. They said they were touched by his kindness after Bobbitt gave his last $20 to McClure for her gas when she became stranded. Now, Bobbitt's attorney says the veteran was given about $75,000 out of the $400,000 raised. But an attorney for the couple says they gave Bobbitt more than $200,000. The couple has been ordered to appear in court.
Back here in San Antonio, police continuing to investigate an overnight shooting involving one of their own. The officer shot a suspected shoplifter outside a near West Side 7-Eleven at Culebra and North Zarzamora. Police say he was one of 2 officers who approached the 41-year-old man as he sat in a car. It happened after 1 this morning. They say the man was agitated and told them to kill him. And when they tried to talk him out of the car, he refused to cooperate.
So she had the gun drawn towards him and told him to get out. But he didn't get out, so they said, if you don't get out, we're going to taser you.
Now, the woman who witnessed it all didn't want to show her face. The officers eventually did use the taser twice, but it had no effect. Police say one of them then shot the man when he tried to drive away. They say the officers had noticed he had a gun in his waistband. The man underwent surgery at a hospital.
American Idol auditions are taking place today in Austin at the Palmer Events Center for its second season on ABC and its 17th season overall. Hundreds of people lined up outside the building as early as 2:30 this morning. Out of the 24 cities holding auditions, Austin is Idol's final stop in Texas. We spoke with an 18-year-old from Lockhart who says he auditioned in Plano earlier this month and hopes he can make it onto this season.
I've been singing for a long time. I love singing, and I just like to be able to influence people for good and make people happy and put a smile on people's faces. Mama's on the porch and supper's hot.
Pretty good. Norris eventually got a blue ticket, advancing into the next round of auditions. However, you'll have to tune into ABC this fall to see if he makes it as a contestant onto this season's show. Producers with Idol will be taking auditions until 5 p.m. However, no one is guaranteed an audition spot.
Need some Texans who sound like Texans on that show, don't we?
Yeah, and I think you're going to give us some sounds right now.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Aggies. That kind of sound. They've got a tough stretch coming up. Starts with Clemson this weekend. Larry Ramirez with more on those preps.
Plus, a consumer alert: Ford recalling over 1 million pickup trucks. More on the models affected and the serious dangerous hazard.
If you have been injured by a car or truck that ran a red light, call the Fords immediately. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember: 4.
Friendship is the Texas state motto, and our way of being friendly is with dessert. Get the Texas Blizzard Meal Deal. A Hunger Buster, fries, a drink, and a mini blizzard, all for $5.99. Eat like a Texan. DQ.
Bosses, bullies, conquistadores. El Paso's rich and powerful stay that way by controlling politicians like Beto O'Rourke. As Councilman Beto carried water for his wealthy father-in-law, the developer behind a downtown redevelopment scheme, pushing the city to bulldoze an historic Hispanic neighborhood using eminent domain. A government wrecking ball displacing poor families to enrich his own. Beto the Bull. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The final release of Section 6 at the Canyons at Scenic Loop is going on this weekend. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to own a big, oversized home site with huge canyon views on the north side of San Antonio, offering an ideal location close to everything. You'll never be far from anywhere you want or need to be with La Cantera, the REM, UTSA, the Medical Center, and more just minutes away. Plus, let the friendly folks at the Canyons introduce you to their featured builder of the week. For easy directions, call 877-333-7925.
Ford recalling 2 million pickup trucks because the seat belts can spark a fire. The recall covers certain F-150 trucks from the 2015 through 2018 model years. Ford says some seat belts pretensioners can generate sparks when the belts tighten before a crash. This can ignite gases inside a support beam, and that causes insulation and carpet to catch fire. The automaker says it has received 23 reports of smoke or fires. The fires destroyed 3 trucks. Owners will be notified starting September 24th. For more information, just head over to KSAT.com. KSAT and our community partners are pitching in to help the San Antonio Food Bank that is in dire need of some food.
This month, we're collecting non-perishable food items that you can drop off at area Chevy dealers to be donated to the food bank.
Our Katie Blake is live at the Chevy dealership in Cuero. Katie, like a lot of those trucks have a lot of space in the back of them. You can fill those things up.
Yeah, that's the goal with this KSAT community event. And like you said, David, they're in dire need of these canned and non-perishable goods. And this is really important because the San Antonio Food Bank services 16 counties and on average serves about 58,000 people a week. So we got to help them out here, and that's the whole point of this KSAT community event benefiting the San Antonio Food Bank. We want you to go to San Antonio area Chevy dealerships, including partner Chevy Buick GMC here in Cuero. Find the Silverado and just stuff it with these canned goods. This is things like ramen, cereal, peanut butter, soup, tuna, rice, mac and cheese. Everybody loves mac and cheese. So on your next grocery store run, just grab a few extra of these non-perishable goods. Take them to your local San Antonio area Chevy dealer and help us help the San Antonio area food bank. And last time we checked in with you guys, I gave Vienna sausages a bad rap. Okay, my mom packed them every day for me for lunch for like 3 years. So, but it's been a while since I've had them, so I may give them another try. Pick up a pack on my next grocery store run and an extra one to help the San Antonio area food bank out. Back to you guys.
She might just enjoy them.
I know you do.
You never know. I like them. I like a good Vienna sausage.
Well, it's 86 degrees outside. Friday Eve, a lot going on.
Friday Eve, you got that in there. The Friday
yeah, slip it in. I like that, actually. And, you know, we've got football coming up next couple days. We're going to have to watch out for some of these rain showers. I do think they'll be around next couple days. We're seeing a pretty active radar right now. Today, so far, up to 86. We're still expecting low 90s this afternoon. No rainfall officially at the airport, but there are some chances, not only today, but through the weekend. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
GMA Day premieres Monday, September 10th on ABC.
In Afghanistan, I ran undercover operations for the CIA, working side by side with the brave men and women in our military. We shared a mission: keep America safe and leave no one behind. I'm Will Hurd, and my entire adult life I've been fighting along with and on behalf of our veterans, ensuring that those who sacrifice for us receive the health care they earned and don't get left behind. I'm Will Hurd, and I approve this message.
The world never stops. It's constantly changing, evolving, moving forward. And so are we. Introducing Spectrum Mobile. Built on America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network, combined with our ultra-fast nationwide Wi-Fi network. Choose from our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our Buy the Gig plan for $14 a gig. Call 833-202-7283. Then enjoy a faster, better connection with streaming, surfing, gaming, or whatever you're into. All with unlimited talk and text and no contracts. Call 833-202-7283. The best network, the best devices, the best value. Switch to Spectrum Mobile today with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line and save up to 40% on your mobile bill. Or get our Buy the Gig plan and pay as you go for $14 a gig, all with unlimited talk and text. Call 833-202-7283 or visit SpectrumMobile.com.
For me and my 7 brothers, the 70s were an awesome time to be a kid. Bike helmets hadn't been invented yet, or even normal adult supervision.
Mommy, I have asthma. We can't afford asthma. Go back outside and play.
The Kids Are All Right premieres Tuesday, October 16th on ABC.
Comedian Sacha Baron Cohen facing a defamation lawsuit filed by former Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore. He is seeking $95 million in damages. Moore says he was duped into filming for Baron Cohen's Showtime series, Who is America? Moore thought he was receiving an award for supporting Israel, but Cohen appeared as character Aaron Murad on Israeli anti-terrorism expert. Cohen said he had a device that could detect pedophiles, and when he demonstrated it, the device signaled that Moore may be attracted to children. Of course, decades ago, Moore was accused of pursuing teenage girls.
Now, the weekend is almost here, and we were just talking about the movie theaters. I love going to the movie theaters. Apparently, Justin, not so much.
No, that's not true. I mean, I like going every now and then, you know.
There's a lot going on in the movie theaters. There's new movies almost every weekend, so there's something to look forward to.
They pack those movie theaters, that's for sure. And there's good movies out right now, by the way.
But the best seat in the house is my couch.
Well, yes.
When it's raining.
Especially if college football is on.
Or college football.
Take a look at this picture, guys. This is from Robert out in Poteet. And we're seeing those thunderstorms build up. And this is a great example of one of those pop-up showers or storms. You see it build and grow. And then once it reaches sort of the anvil, you'll see that anvil spread out. As it can't go any further, but it'll put down some good rain, and we've seen that. We've seen pockets, very isolated pockets of some good rain today, especially out to the west. Here's the satellite radar showing you that we have some good thunderstorms off to the east, and that's lining up from Hallettsville back over towards the Houston area. Quite a bit of activity right along the coast, and then we've had a batch of rain out to the west that has produced some good rains. We had some reports of up to 7 inches out there this morning west of Del Rio. Here's a look at San Antonio. We noticed there's one little downpour developing there on the southeast side of town, more developing north of Livonia. This will work in, and a nice little shower south of Von Army. So these passing showers are going to be around the next couple of hours. If you're heading out for lunch right now, the windshield wipers may be a necessity, at least for a brief amount of time, because these don't last very long. And so they're not going to put down just a whole lot of rain. But what they will do is be efficient rain producers, if that makes any sense. What I'm trying to say is they just won't last very long. And as we look at Hallettsville, there's some good rain there starting to move in. And then we've got that batch from Brackenville down to Eagle Pass. And this really is the area where we've seen the most rain this morning and early this afternoon. 24-hour rainfall totals show that. We've got some isolated spots, but the bulk of the heavy stuff has been out in Valverde County where we've seen the bigger numbers. So here's what our computer models are saying as we get into this afternoon. Scattered showers and storms. And then once we lose the daytime heating, a lot of this starts to go away. Still, we'll have some activity tonight, just not as widespread. And then as we go into tomorrow, basically the same thing. We'll have scattered showers and storms during your Friday afternoon and evening. Right now, 86 degrees. We can see some of those darker clouds off in the distance. Easterly winds at about 8. Feels like 91 outside. 87 in Gonzales, 83 Kerrville, where we have more clouds and rain. Temperatures are still in the 70s. Out there in Del Rio and Rock Springs, and there is a heat index, by the way. Feels like it's well into the 90s in some spots where we're seeing the sun. In the tropics, we've had Hurricane Florence. It sort of flourished yesterday. Now it's looking a little more ragged. I think it's going to weaken next couple of days, but as it gets a little bit closer to Bermuda, it should start to strengthen once again. And then the big question becomes, how will it affect the East Coast, and will it affect the East Coast? That's something we still have to wait on. I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer before we find that out and see exactly which path it takes. But some of the models are hinting at that, and we'll keep you posted there. 92 this afternoon, 40% chance of rain. As we get into tonight, 75, 30% chance of rain. And tomorrow, 92, 91 Saturday. I think we'll have slightly better chances by Sunday as we get some upper-level help moving in. And once that passes by, we'll see more isolated stuff Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
So if you're heading outdoors, just be careful because you might have some showers along the way.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Justin. We'll be right back.
He told us college football coming up.
Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel is kicking off football season with the $100,000 Ultimate Drive giveaway. Earn entries now and score a Ram Rebel truck or up to $1,000 cash. Play hard or go home.
Come and play.
In Afghanistan, I ran undercover operations for the CIA, working side by side with the brave men and women in our military. We shared a mission: keep America safe and leave no one behind. I'm Will Hurd, and my entire adult life I've been fighting along with and on behalf of our veterans, ensuring that those who sacrifice for us receive the health care they earn and don't get left behind. I'm Will Hurd, and I approve this message.
It's finally here. The Ross Fall Fashion Event has the brands you want. No. Yes. At oh yes prices. Like that handbag for wait, how much? What? Or that cute jacket that says check me out at a price that makes you say check this out. That's yes for less. Find your new fall look at the Ross Fall Fashion Event. Ross has the trends you want and the brands you love. And it feels even better when you find them for less. Get to the Ross Fall Fashion Event. Yes for less.
Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel invites you to come and play. Over 3,300 of your favorite slots, a private poker room, bingo, and live entertainment every weekend. Join the Players Club and play your way to greater rewards.
Come and play.
You could win 50 at 5. Wait for Circle K's secret word of the day during KSAT's News at 5. Then enter it on KSAT.com for a chance at a $50 gift card. Every entry wins a Froster. We are Circle K and KSAT's News at 5.
Rebels will try and rebound from their season-opening loss to Arizona State when they host Baylor this Saturday in their home opener in the Alamo Dome. But this is not the same Baylor team that the Roadrunners beat last season, 17-10. At the time, the Bears football program was recovering from the sex scandal that rocked the university. Art Briles was fired, Matt Rule was hired, and Baylor would finish 1-11. Indication that the program is getting better can be found in the Bears' 55-27 victory versus Abilene Christian in their season opener. Just one reason why the Roadrunners are 14-point underdogs at home.
Trying to slow them down offensively. They're high-powered at the receiver position. They have two guys that are on their track team, and they're one of the better track teams in America, Baylor is. They're explosive from that aspect, and then the next challenge is just trying to generate some offense. We need to be able to get them in the end zone this week.
Kickoff in the Alamo Dome on Saturday is set for 6 p.m. All right, Texas A&M knows what lies ahead this week. The second-ranked team in college football, according to the Associated Press, the Clemson Tigers, coming off a season-opening 59-7 victory versus Northwestern State at home. The Aggies know they have a much different opponent this Saturday at Kyle Field. Former Reagan star Kellen Mond is now the Aggies starting quarterback, and even in a lopsided win, he was sacked twice. Now the Aggies have to go up against arguably the best defensive line in college football.
Coach Fisher's calm and composed. You know, he knows the understanding, he knows the situation, and he's played them for numerous amount of years. So he's know what they have to do, their strengths, their weaknesses, and just buying into what Coach Fisher says. Just go out there. I know he have a great game plan for us.
I feel really confident. A lot of it coming from some of the players. Travion obviously gives me a lot of confidence. Us being in the backfield together, and then the offensive line kind of know the hard work that they've put in this offseason. It gives me a lot of confidence.
Kickoff on Saturday. Kyle Field is set for 6 p.m. and Clemson is favored by 12 points. Astros hosting the Twins. Alex Bregman is red hot, hitting .435 with 5 home runs in his last 16 games. So the Twins employed a 4-man outfield in the first inning to slow him down, and Jake Odorizzi walks him, ball 4. Bregman has reached base 33 games in a row, the longest active streak in the bigs. Third inning, Bregman crushes a 2-run shot to left, and it's 2-0. Astros, his 29th on the season, to go with a career-high 5 runs batted in. Fourth inning, Houston's other Beard does his thing. Evan Gattis with a 2-run jack measured at 430 feet. 4-0 Houston, and the Astros win by the final of 9-1, and the Angels beat the Rangers 9-3. And in Texas League playoffs, South Division Series, the Hooks shut out the Missions last night 7-0 in Game 1. Game 2 is tonight, 6:35 in Corpus.
So the Twins could have just put all 9 guys out.
All 9 guys out there. Nope, he still would have walked.
Because he still would have walked or hit a home run.
Yeah.
So hit it where they ain't.
I need to go to a sports game. It looks so fun. I forgot how fun they were.
Yeah. MLB's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the excitement.
All right, speaking of fun, they're always having fun downtown, SA Live. Let's get down there and find out what kind of fun it is today.
We're talking fall.
Yes, because why not?
I know. It's only 90. It's fall around here.
It's fall in my mind. Yes.
And fall pottery tips. Sandy Kirkwood from Clay Casa is here, and you've got all these beautiful, we're looking at pumpkins.
Well, eventually it's going to get cool, right?
Well, yeah. Matter of opinion, but anyway. Okay, so nice little tip that you can do to make a little spider, right?
Yes, we're gonna just put our thumb in. You're gonna do one too, I think. Okay. There you go.
And just go like this.
Yes. And then you just take this little bottle and you make the legs. Now you can make. Oops.
Right.
You've got to make 8 of them, or it's going to be a June bug.
And there are classes if you'd like to make some of these great pottery pieces. You can decorate them yourself, and fun for the kids. We're going to tell you all about that.
And adding some darker shades to your makeup palette. Oh yes, NYX Cosmetics is here to show us a few tips and tricks.
And how about making some macarons, not macaroons. These are the great little meringue cookies, and look at how beautiful these are. We're going to try our hand at trying to decorate some of these.
And we're going to tell you about a big discount if you want to order some of these.
Yes, indeed. And how about something else, friends? The beignet. Yes, indeed. From the Lost Cajun. And maybe something free, perhaps.
Ooh, I like that. I like the sound of that.
Maybe more big beignets? I don't know.
Big beignets? Could be. Stick around because we're going to tell you all sorts of stuff, including a big announcement coming up right at the top of the show.
Real big.
Beto O'Rourke says there's no crisis on the border. Of course there is. And O'Rourke's part of the problem. Rolling out the red carpet for illegal immigrants, taxpayer-funded benefits, sanctuary cities, while voting against body armor for Texas sheriffs patrolling the border. Now, O'Rourke's talking about abolishing ICE, giving free rein to Mexican drug cartels. Lawless borders, reckless politician. That's Beto O'Rourke. Texans are as responsible for the content of this advertising.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain? Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call now to see if you qualify for a breakthrough, all-natural treatment for knee pain relief. By using an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints, a cushioning layer is created, allowing you to move smoothly and pain-free. This treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call now and get your mobility back.
Need an extra $4,500 cash? Mission Mitsubishi's Cash for Junkers has you covered. Buy a new Mitsubishi today and get an extra $4,500 junker bonus cash. That's $4,500 extra for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash. Trade or no trade, running or not. Buy a new Mitsubishi. Get $4,500 junker bonus cash. While you're here, test drive the all-new Eclipse Cross. Mission Mitsubishi on San Pedro, just outside of Loop 410, America's #1 Mitsubishi dealer.
It's the perfect time to join Planet Fitness and find your happy pace. Join now for just 25 cents down and then just $10 a month. Everyone deserves a clean and friendly place to work out, and for 25 cents down, it could be yours. Join today for just 25 cents down and $10 a month. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Join Planet Fitness for 25 cents down. Hurry offer ends September 13th.
Welcome back. One last look at the forecast. About a 40% chance of rain today. We're seeing some good rains out to the west, seeing some showers and storms along the coast, and seeing a few showers pop up here in San Antonio. So don't be surprised if you see a couple downpours today. That'll be the case again tomorrow, also on Saturday. I think we have a slightly better chance on Sunday as we get some upper-level help in here, and then more isolated stuff Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But have your KSAT weather app, check that radar, and, of course, we'll keep you posted through the day. Not expecting any severe weather and not really expecting much in the way of flooding, just some good, healthy garden variety rain. We'll take it.
And just be careful if you're driving out there, because it was very dangerous this week when I was out there reporting.
Yes, well, Monday was a busy day. I don't think we're going to get quite to that level in the next few days.
All right, Mike and Fiona said they had a major announcement at the top of the show, so the anticipation is killing me. So let's go.
All right.
What is it?